Cowboy Nation. What up? It's your boy, Coach Young Knight, man. I'm here locked in with a couple of news I wanted to just bring to y'all today. All right. Sean Payton has stepped away from the Saints. Interesting. You ask me, why is that interesting? Sean Payton used to coach with Bill Parcells about 15 years ago, 16 years ago, something like that. And obviously he left. I believe that he was supposed to get the job after Bill Parcells. I believe some things ended up happening, or things transpired where that didn't happen. He ended up leaving. I think it was a little turmoil in that, a little friction in that process. But him stepping away from the Saints, I think we could get Sean Payton. The question to me is, when can we get Sean Payton? Because, if he's stepping away from football, I don't know how many years he's got on his contract. I believe he still had one more year on his contract with the Saints. So we obviously just couldn't. He would literally have to step away for a year, be away from a year, and then we could bring him back next year. So, personally, I want him this year. Because, next year, folks going to get older. You know what I'm saying? Zeke going to get older. Zeke, we already looking at Zeke as maybe diminishing a little bit skill-wise. So I would like Sean Payton now. The chances that I think we get him, I usually try to do 1 to 10, and I really don't know about this one. Like, I really don't know. But I tell you what, if I had to put a scale from 1 to 10 on it, and you asking me that with Jerry Jones's power, with Jerry Jones's, influence, I think, man, it's about maybe like a 6 or a 7, because I can see Jerry Jones paying him like a John Gruden contract. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? I think Sean Payton is worth a John Gruden contract. John Gruden got that after being out of the game for a minute, winning a Super Bowl, in 2002? You know what I'm saying? With arguably Tony Dungy's team. So come on, let's be real here. And who's gonna say Sean Payton is not a better coach than John Gruden? I don't think anybody would say that. I think everybody would. I think the consensus would be that Sean Payton is a better coach than John Gruden. So, with that being said, I would pay him $10 million for 10 years. If I had that type of money, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? I might even pay him a little more, 10.5 or something like that. Jerry got it, ain't hurting him. Especially if you can bring in the Super Bowl. Jerry won the Super Bowl, So yeah, I think about a 6 or a 7 on the scale for me. If we can get Sean Payton. If we get Sean Payton, I think it would be great. I think the only way Sean Payton comes is if Jerry would have to take a step back. That's the biggest thing in all of this. Because Sean Payton will want control. He wouldn't want, Jerry Jones stepping in all the time and all that old kind of stuff. He's definitely going to want to have say in the 53-man roster. He might not want Jerry to have no say in the 53-man roster. Let's just be real. You know what I'm saying? So I think that might be the biggest issue. Will Jerry be willing to relinquish some power? Because I think he would definitely have to relinquish power if we get somebody like a Sean Payton. That's my opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, we still got some. It's off season. Zeke came out, said he was playing with an injury in his knee. I think he said a PCL sprain or tear, something like that. Me personally, I played the game, not to the level of Zeke, obviously. But if you injured, this is my take on that. If you injured, sit down. Sit down. because you're not helping the team being hurt. And then if I'm a play, I'm not finna. To me, that's a little, that's a little escape. I'm not gonna. Well, don't play. If you hurt, don't play. That's what I tell any player. I coach little league. That's what I tell all my players. If you're hurt, don't play because you're gonna hurt the team. If Zeke was playing with an injury this year, he wasn't Zeke this year. And Zeke really ain't been Zeke since he got his money, man. Let's just be real about that. So they talking about, can we cut Zeke? I still don't want to cut Zeke. I think a 2-back system is good. I mean, Zeke still had 1,000 yards this year. I mean, so let's not throw him away. He still had 1,000 yards. I think Tony Pollard is still a good asset, a good, scat back to spell Zeke when it's time. So for me, I don't want to throw Zeke away because I think he still can be decently productive. I just don't think if we look for Zeke to have 1,600 yards, 1,500 yards, that type of Zeke, nah. I think that's done. I don't think it's going to be that Zeke anymore. I think we'll, have more of, just the power Zeke. But other than that, you got Dak, just got to get better. The draft is coming up, and I definitely tap back in with you guys with the draft. Man, it's Cowboy Nation. It's your boy, Coach Young Knight, man. We out here doing our thing, man. Make sure y'all follow me on all my social media platforms. That's Instagram at The Real Young Knight, Facebook, Young Knight, Snapchat, I Am Young Knight, Twitter, The Real Young KNI1. All right? Follow me on all that, and we'll be back. DC4L.